keeps staring for a moment and says, "Well, like I said, he's a. I don't necessarily have enough proof, but guy's a bit of a reputation around here. He's among us merchant folks."
Above table, just so you know, late or your stream's back up.
Yeah, I just started it back up.
Okay.
Do you have a name we can go by?
Name's Roman Valkyrie.
Roman Valkyrie. And where might we find him?
It's, last I heard, he has some kind of, last I heard, he has some kind of place up in some kind of cave up in the mountains. And then, at least those are the rumors.
And would that be the mountain range to the east?
He nods.
Well, what do you know? That does cross our path.
Yeah, we'll check it out as we go there.
We have some business to tend to up in the mountain range to begin with, so we could take a look as we're going along.
Alright, well, I guess we should take the wagon and get a move on.
He nods.
Is everybody... It's supposed to be cold in the mountains. Should we stock up on some warm weather gear before we go, or is everybody fine?
Oh, and Donia is naturally warm, so she's good.
What about
Singe
everybody
is
else?
good for heat.
Temp doesn't
know.
hit Phalar too hard, but I mean, he wouldn't be opposed to the idea of picking up, like, maybe an overcoat or something.
Singe tries to slide the sword across the grass back to his hands and starts smithing it into a straight sword.
Oh,
He just.
Yeah,
wait, he's doing it again.
I'd want to go buy a big cloak, wool, like fur cloak, like how Klaus is wearing right now.
Okay, like a big trench coat kind of thing.
Kind of like the cloak he has on.
Okay.
Hide and fur. It's really warm and stuff that he can just throw over him when he needs it and just have it like that.
Alright. Yeah, well, it's for simplicity, I'll say it'll cost you about 5 silver.
I'll... Phalar will probably pick up, like, an overcoat, and then just, you know, like, what you'd wear in, like, the fall kind of thing.
Okay.
Because being half ethereal temperature doesn't get to him too fast. Probably also pick up a set of crampons and then see if, like, what are the chances that I'd be able to find, because, like, I know there's not a magic shop here, but, like, would basic, like, common items still be findable?
No, not here. I mean,
That's a question I was going to ask earlier.
I mean, like real basic stuff, but nothing fancy. I mean, it really just depends on what you're looking for.
There's a lantern called a Lantern of Tracking. It lights up a green color if a certain monster type is nearby.
Yeah, you're not gonna find it here. Like probably the like you probably find probably the more common uncommon items you probably find here would be like maybe like a +1 long sword or +1, you know, Real basic stuff. Nothing that would have nothing real magical.
All right, that was more like a curiosity thing because I was curious because
Yeah, I think you have
it's
to
good to
try.
know what we can find here.
Yeah, I think you have to try Veil. If you want it. Apparently, your beam is getting RGB. Now it's a disco beam.
Once we're done interacting with the merchant, Singe will turn and like go to return him his sword and be like, "Look, you can take this free sample from Singe of a straight sword. I'm sure it'll sell well."
The question is, how straight is the sword?
Well, would that be sleight of hand again for a skill check?
Yeah.
13 total.
So, what are you looking to get, Phalar?
He like takes his
Like in
sword.
terms of just the general items or the magic thing I mentioned?
The magic thing.
It's called a lantern of tracking. It's a bullseye lantern that lights green depending on the like the pre-added whatever type of monster it's linked to. I was looking to pick one up for undead, so that way it would glow green if I was in the presence of undead.
It'd always be glowing then.
Yeah, with him around. You see, he just looks at the sword, saying, "This is one of my swords." He kind of walks and looks over at Sensei. "You're not walking in my stand anymore. Stop messing with my merchandise."
Phalar, should we?
Man, did you all hear that? I'm so old, my knees are just squeaking.
The dog pushed his way into my room.
Phalar, is this item you're looking for, this magic item, very important right now? Should we make a detour to Vale? And then we can hit the
It's
library while we're there, or should we just head to onward east?
it is nothing of critical importance. It was just more a thing to, give us a little bit more of an alert. We've been dealing with the cult, so I figured being able to tell if there was undead nearby might help. It is not incredibly important, though.
I see.
Pretty much just saying it's not really that important. He's not gonna be upset if he can't get it.
Klaus would look at the group and ask, "Are y'all ready to go now? Everybody have everything they need?"
Ready?
Otto, Singe,
I'm ready.
Singe.
I am always prepared.
I say we head to the wagon and get a move on east. Guess that's what we'll do.
Alright.
Yes. Silence.
Alright, so you begin to head out from the village, walking through the forest, and eventually you come to see the Elysian peaks start to appear, and eventually it's somebody make a survival check to see if you can find a path that leads upward.
Alright, who's got the highest survival?
I can try a survival plus
Mine's
6.
+3.
I have +2.
I have plus 6. Let me try.
Otto's a survivor.
19.
Lovely.
How does that translate into the game world? How does Otto perform this action?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Is it at nighttime or is it like during the day?
No, let's see. It's probably approaching about noonish.
Noonish.
Above table.
Noonish.
Above table. So
Nine.
how he proves that he's doing this survival check is he just walks up to a tree, breaks off a branch, holds it out in front of him, and goes, "Walking stick."
I'd say he climbs up a tree and then just look for a path.
The skill check was for him to not fall out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you already roll or no?
I did. I got 19.
As you kind of look, you see there is it's a very rough cut path, very rocky, but eventually you do see one that leads upwards.
Oh. I'll just point out the direction where that path is. I think we should go that way.
So maybe you kind of following his lead, you takes it takes it's a little difficult, but eventually come up onto a small clearing where you see all these strange looking like stone spires with what map change.
Map change.
Did you already pull everybody over?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. I was saying mine's still sitting here.
Yeah, no, we'll see everybody vanish from this map one by one.
And I take that and your shield guardian.
Ooh, wall.
Ooh, wall.
Yes, wall.
Oh.
Wall.
Ooh,
did
wall.
anyone happen to
Ooh.
mention the wall?
Don't y'all know there's a wall?
I
We'll
see
make a
rubble.
perception check to see if we notice the wall. It's like some kind of anti-mimetic effect where once you acknowledge the wall, you immediately forget about it.
Should we knock on the gate, see if somebody opens it?
As y'all kind of start to get a little closer, What's everybody's passive perception?
Oh no.
Oh, I got 17.
Passive perception. I have
14.
16.
I have
12.
13.
14.
I had 12.
Why do I
Keep
have
my
such a high
17.
passive
My,
perception?
my 17 wins again.
Hi.
Yeah, and Jenna, you notice two things. One, that there, there are
There's a wall.
that not only that there's a wall, but you see that probably there's some kind of large creature flying about 60 or so feet above you, kind of circling. Like a massive creature.
Okay. That's the first thing. He said there's a couple things.
And you also can see that there's probably close to maybe a dozen or more figures just inside this wall.
Okay, I will let everybody know. I will point up and I will point to the wall.
We got Attack on Titan going on. They're in the wall.
Y'all know there's a wall? In case y'all didn't
Phalar
know,
will
in case y'all
kinda,
didn't know, there's a wall.
upon seeing Andonia point around to the different stuff, he's gonna kinda try to look over the rubble here, see if he can get a look, see it, if he can tell from this distance if they look like they're alive, or they just try to see, like, kind of like check like what he's feeling about the place. Like,
You see the are you trying to find these figures?
yeah, he's
You
like looking beyond the wall to see if he can see them, and then if he can see if like, are they, do they seem like living people?
yes, they look alive.
It has a magnifying glass.
Oh. Now see, here's the question: is Singe projecting a spotlight, or is Singe getting death rayed from the space?
Is Steel Defender's using his lantern to like scan the sky for this called out creature. And he's taking shelter because he's nervous about something bacon above him.
You see, Singe make a perception.
12 total.
Yeah, it's just big, and just seems like it's like now you see it's moved where it's like now just circling above y'all. It went from like a large circle to now it's just like mostly over you, like it's just watching you.
You said it was around 60 feet above us?
Yes.
Do we know what it is? Can we tell? I know
If you want to make a perception check.
Yeah. Would you mind if I do that?
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh. 20.
It has a very similar shape to a wyvern, but much larger.
Does it look like the wyvern is just circling around in like a specific pattern, or is it like
You
are
see,
you
it's
learning?
like it's now it's like it's still about 60 feet up, but now it's just like it's making smaller circles just above y'all. Basically,
Ooh.
it went from like going a much larger circle to like up from around this base to now like it's moved over to just above y'all.
You said
Guys,
it's
So it's
within
aware of us.
range?
Yes.
guys, I think that's a wyvern and it's coming towards us.
Well, that's just fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah. Are we gonna fight that thing or?
I would rather not. I mean, we probably could stand a fair chance, but we don't know what else we're going to face, and that could give us a beating. I'd
Yeah.
suggest we keep a close watch on it.
Okay.
And as he's saying that, he's still looking past the wall. About how far do you think, gauging roughly, are the people from the wall?
From where you are, I would say about where those trees are. So like around here. But you see, but at least for the ones you can see.
Yes, I'm probably looking through here then.
Yeah.
And that's not a very tall section of wall anymore. It was probably once very tall, but it would probably just be able to be kind of hopped over or something.
Yeah.
That's not the right tool.
Do I notice anything else? Because when I walk over here with my true sight, and its range on that is uh where is it? Well,
I think it isn't like 120 feet, I think.
I'll change
It's just a
it.
ballpark, but I think.
Uh,
What are these things doing?
Trying to open the gate.
Above, above table. Real quick, I gotta step away. I gotta go take diabetic meds.
Okay.
no worries. I saw it the other day. It told me how.
It should be in your senses on your sheet.
Like under your passive
Oh
insight.
yeah, 240 feet of true sight.
You see there's probably about like you see there's probably about three more archers. Kind of like that you can at least tell by your sight that they are invisible and they're just kind of crouched down with kind of like arrows knocked, just kind of scanning, watching that main opening.
And where are they at? Those archers.
But they're like
They're in the trees.
like
They're in the
there's
tree.
like you can tell there's one like right here and another one is right here.
I would tell the group there are archers up on the hill right there with arrows knocked watching this hole.
Do you think that they know that we're here?
They're on alert scanning, but they haven't shot anything. Maybe we should try and find another way in.
Potentially. I might be able to do a quick survey, if
What?
I may.
Are you stuck in the gate?
No, I had walked around a wall and I'd come to this side to try and take shelter and open the gate as well.
I mean, I'll say, given the gate's not really well taken care of at this point, since the wall's kind of been blown open. But yeah, you're able to lift it up.
So the people that are closest to me by this set of trees down here are within 60 feet, so I'd probably be able to get to them pretty quickly. I
Okay.
asked because I might do one of the things I said that the fadeaway would be good for, and then like fade away and kind of get near them, see if I can inspect them from a close view, and then quickly run back.
Uh. Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna fade away.
So I'll start to climb over this. If you want me to make a stealth check before I fade,
Yes.
just to see if they notice me climbing over the wall. Let me. Come on. Wait. D&D Beyond. Even on the computer, it still despises me. Come on. There we go. Beyond the spire. We'll throw it at them.
21.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. You're fine.
So I'll hop over the wall. I kind of duck behind this, and then I'll fade away. So I'll vanish into mist,
All right.
and then I have a minute, so he's gonna make it as quickly as he can, huck up against this tree that's here, and he's pretty much what he's doing is he's listening in, seeing if they're talking, looking them over, seeing what kind of vibe he gets off of them, trying to see if they're friend or foe.
For simplicity, you get a sense that their conversation is all about when is the next cell gonna be? When unmurmurs of when are we gonna do another raid to get more gear? Um, and then some talks of are we waiting for orders? Um, but the biggest thing you see that sticks out is you see that kind of standing among a couple of them is you see the same a very familiar black robe, gray skin, no mouth, pupilless eyes. Reminds you of that same psychic figure you met while at the farm.
So I can confirm that these are not friendlies or bandits.
If he's there, most likely, yeah, not friendly.
So then that probably takes me about 45 of my minute. So
Yeah.
then he'll quickly make the run back, and then he'll appear right here. In front of Indonia, as like the mist will kind of fade back in and manifest back into him. Where is
Okay.
Klaus?
I,
Way.
is Singe, are you trying to hide it all in this doorway, or are you just
A little bit, yeah.
Make a stealth check then.
Uh, bu- bu- bu-
Dun dun dun.
Yeah,
While
that's
they're
probably about the same.
while they're doing that, can I use my um where is it?
21 total.
Yeah, you're fine.
My rope of climbing and climb up this rubble here
Yeah,
with the rope of climbing, have it pull me up.
yeah, you can do that easily enough. But
When I get up
make
here,
a
do
make
I
a make a stealth check to try and go unnoticed.
Bell. Where are ya? 17.
He kind of waits for you to pull you out. Oh my god. It's like you kind of wait, and you hear almost like a clicking sound, and then you hear a ping as you see a crossbow bolt go flying past your head and cracks into the rock. And then you hear kind of calls out saying, "Got intruders! We got intruders!"
Uh-oh. Oh, well. Sorry, guys.
Well, at least I confirmed that they were cult, so Thaler.
How many do I see in front of me? Where did that crossbolt come from?
Oh no, put his money down. Uh,
Ooh, actually, real quick, I just want to know, Bam, I just realized if you have True Sight, you can see me when I go ethereal.
Yeah, I can see a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's just an interesting thing to note, is that when Phalar goes ethereal, if you have True Sight, you can see him, so Bam can see when he does his shenanigans.
yeah, it's this guy up here. And you also see there is another one on the tower opposite. But the one who tried to hit you is this one right here.
Be high enough up. I only see this one right here. Where's the other one at?
Right here.
Oh, okay. I see him now.
You go for another attack. Yeah, that misses again. Another clink as it hits the rock again.
Can I cast?
I'll say I'll give you one action before, otherwise they're both gonna try and attack again.
30 feet. I want to cast third level Void's Embrace on him.
Alright. Con save.
He has to beat an 18.
Yeah, just meet it at 18.
So he'll take half of that. Let me roll damage. So 17.
Falls over dead. The other one's gonna make an attack. They 17 hit you.
Let's see here. Can I? Trying to have a reaction. Let's see, what is this?
I think your menace features is I don't think it's a reaction.
No, I'm trying to do shield. That would give me +5 to my AC, which would make it 21 armor class for a minute.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna use shield
Okay.
as a reaction.
Wafts off a arcane barrier. I'll say for the sake of simplicity, everybody roll initiative. And
I'd
then,
probably say at the same time that just for the sake of like keeping it on like a paced basis, it'd probably be about the same time that they start shouting that they have intruders is when Phalar would appear in front of the rest of the group and he would shoot like cultists.
bad. And then it's like then you hear the sounds. It's like you say that just as you hear like the sounds of we got intruders. And
Oh
shit.
my god! Finally.
I have advantage on initiative, and I still got an 8.
Oh my god.
Finally, I didn't roll single digits for initiative. I got a 21.
Same. Alright, what's your dex?
I
My
better get some close
Dex
kills.
is a 16.
Alright, you go before me.
9.
9.
9.
Yeah, it's exactly how I feel about that roll. I said I better get some close kills. I want to be harnessing some souls here. I can carry up to 4.
I'm not seeing anybody, or am I just not in a line of sight?
Yeah, it's because, but this has all been kind of theater of the mind for them. Because if I have Shumi down,
It'll start dropping frames.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because something to note is that Tailspire, especially when it comes to custom miniatures like Hero Forge ones or Shield Guardian there, it's, significantly higher polygon count on the character mini models than the terrain, so it causes a lot of lag if you have too many down. That's one of the reasons that it sucks that we don't have a lot of perfectly circular shapes as building tiles, because people rely on minis for that, and then it causes lag.
Trying to find my basic bandit mini Hero Forge, but I can't find it.
Klaus, did you take any damage?
No.
Okay.
No, both attacks missed.
Yeah, they suck at aiming. Would I be under half cover being here late, or?
I would say more like 3/4 cover.
I didn't even see that guy down below me. I got a kill.
Now Late's got to go through and figure out where to put all the miniatures.
So I got the wyvern and stuff down. Just
We got to get these people up in front of us too, through the wall breach.
yeah, the one thing that makes me mad about the at least Hero Forge is that like there's no way to organize it. You just have an endless stream of a single line of minis, and there's no search function either, which doesn't help either.
There's no search unless, of course, you go by the alphabetical thing that you can do for Hero Forge models. But even then, what if you have like 70 models that all start with a T? I will say that, as well as I find trying to search when you're building stuff a little bit awkward because it searches based off of tags.
Alright,
It's like
here we go.
The specific words that it will and won't input. You can't just like put in a search; it'll autocorrect to it.
There's number ID and bind my common enemy types, kind of like the party members.
Ooh, yeah, there's plenty of them here. So I was at this tree, so it was probably these two shouting at each other that I was hearing.
Yep.
So I was ethereal. I was right here on the other side of the tree from him. He had no damn clue.
Yeah, that's a good thing you had ethereal too.
Yeah, see, that's what I've been waiting to be able to do that, because that's what I felt like one of the best benefits of being able to do that was being able to scout ahead without being seen.
I wonder if these guys are the hired swords that Merchant was talking about for the cult. They look like mercenaries.
There's a chance. Right now, all that we know is that you went off somewhere, then they tripped the alarm, and then Phalar confirmed that this is cult activity.
Sacrifice 7.
So, I guess if you already talked about I guess Antonia has a higher initiative. I mean, higher dexterity. Than
Yeah, I've
Otto.
got 16.
Okay. Then Otto.
I got 21.
And
19.
okay. I do not see Baylor.
I got a 9. I've been rolling in Tailspire because I've got Beyond the Spire hooked up.
Okay. No wonder I didn't see it. So
Yeah, that's why everybody was like 9, and then I was like, that's what I feel about that roll.
I'll just roll. I'll just do groups. It's easier.
Oh, is Artificer the only one that doesn't get 9th level spell?
Yeah, because they're considered half casters.
You get a lot of cool stuff, though.
Druids, bards.
And archer.
There's warlock.
I think Warlock is also falling into that same vein of I don't know if they get 9th level. At least not in the traditional sense. There is like the Ancient Secrets thing or whatever that they get where they get like a super high level spell of their choice.
Okay, warlock is the same as me. They go up to 5th.
Alright, Dunya.
Oh, that's painful to see. Oh yeah, the Guardian as well.
Yeah, you
Its initiative is D20 minus 1, so I'll just toss that out.
Oh.
What if it
It,
rolled a
it got
1?
it got a 6.
Oh, it'll have to
So,
roll a 1 and then minus 1.
so it's going,
What would that do? What happens if you get a negative initiative?
yes.
You start at the second round.
So if like you're -2, you have to wait 2 rounds and then you start at the end of
Oh,
the
that
3rd round.
That would be kind of funny though, because like the chances that you'd actually ever end up having a negative initiative are so slim. Imagine it just being you're stunned for the first round is what it would probably be. You're just so confused by what's happening.
Yeah, yeah, I think you'd be kind of like, but I don't know, probably like looking at your sword or something, and then it's like, you're like, oh, we're fighting? Oh.
It's just ADHD in a nutshell. Your party members are like, oh shit, start charging forward, and then you look up and you're just like, oh, they're fighting. Wait a minute.
Or worst case scenario is, the fight's already over, and like, oh, I'm ready to. No, never mind.
But you look over, one of your party members is just on the floor dying. You're just like, what did I miss? I was reading a book.
Or you just look at, or you just walk over to the guy, party member on the ground. What's wrong with you?
Oh my god, laser! You can laser pointer the ping thing.
Oh yeah. All right, Daniel, what you want to do?
Alright, so I'm gonna go 6 feet to here.
All right.
And then on this guy right here,
All right.
I'm gonna do Toll the Dead. Alright. That's be 60-foot range, which I believe I'm in. Yep, by 4 feet. Okay, so single chime of a bell is audible within 10 feet of the target. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw of 12 or take damage.
All right.
I heard something about a wizard in the background.
Yeah. Alright.
For what is it, a wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom, and it has to be a 12 or higher.
Hails with an 8.
Alright, does he have any previous damage done to him?
These guys have taken no damage.
Okay, I
Yeah.
mean, not necessarily from us. It just states if he's missing any hit points, it instead takes this much damage.
No, these guys are full.
Okay.
You sure he didn't like stub his toe or something?
He didn't burn himself while cooking breakfast this morning.
That's
Didn't pull a Will
7
Turner and cut his hand on his own blade?
7 points of necrotic damage.
If we didn't have their attention before, we definitely have it now.
And then... Alright, so I did it just right. So, within 30 feet of me for the next minute, all allies, so we got Singe, we got the Construct, we got Otto, we got Phalar, we got Klaus. He's in that 30-foot range, is he?
No.
Klaus is up over
Yeah,
doing his thing.
Yeah, Klaus is not even close.
Okay, so
Klaus is not close.
those five for the next 1 minute get +4 to any ability checks.
All right.
And then that's my turn.
Alrighty.
It's my turn.
Go get him, Otto.
Curious. Which enemies can Otto see? So I see that there are these few.
From where you are,
Yeah.
those are the only ones you can see at the moment.
Not this one, right?
The guys in the towers, yeah, you can see.
Oh, I can see him.
Yeah.
He's not looking at us at all, right? It seems like.
That guy, he seems like he's focused on Klaus.
Oh. Well, Klaus will be fine. What about this guy? I can see this guy too.
Probably the shout. He probably like at the start of the initiative, he like turned, saw you guys, and was like, "Oh shit!" It's like in the process of like pulling a arrow from like his quiver and kind of like in the process of starting to knock
Sizing us up.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Otto will shoot at that guy.
All right. Roll for it.
Yep. Let's see. Pretty sure my range is a little crazy right now. Alright. Roll to hit for the first one. 28.
Yeah, the hits.
um 9 damage force.
All right.
And then alright, so the next one. Oh god. 14 to hit.
Misses.
Alright.
Like goes over his
Yeah.
head and just disappears behind him.
Alright. Otto is going to move back here and end his turn.
Alright. This is kind of gonna be for all the archers. So this guy right here, he kind of moves up, not seeing where you went. He's going to take a volley shot. So point you can see within 10 feet. There's Donia
Or a stoner if you want to be funny about it since he's made of stone.
Yeah.
We can't give him drugs because he's already stoned. There you go. What is it? What do they have to do?
Hold on. It's a volley, so I just have to roll the.
I found out that I can use the encounter builder and just put the shield guardian into an encounter to be able to use the Beyond the Spire thing. Because for some reason it doesn't detect it as rollable from my sheet.
Ah.
But I can just go to the encounter builder section and it'll let me go there.
How
Okay.
much range attacks do Edonia and Faye have?
I've got a short bow and one use of Ray of Sickness.
I just have spells, feats, and abilities.
I could also throw the daggers, but they're both magic, so I'd rather not lose them.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Oh, I do have, where is it? Mind Sliver as well. Which is a cantrip, so 60 foot.
Yeah, the hits and Donia with a 27.
My AC says 61.
So that was a roll to hit then, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits Shield Guardian as well by a whole 10. It's got 17. It's balanced around pretty much like if you imagine a fighter at our level, it's pretty much his stats.
Ah, okay.
Above table, Klaus, just so you know, the auto crit ability that the bond gives, you have to be within 60 feet, but the healing is just happens.
Okay.
So what's the damage?
11 points of 11 points of piercing damage.
To both?
And
Alright.
yeah, yep, to both of you. And 3 points of force damage.
Probably an arrow or two stuck in the Guardian's shoulder plate.
Yeah, I'm sure the guardian probably just it's probably like stuck in one of the plates. The guardian
It
probably
doesn't really feel pain, I don't think, but it's probably
wouldn't
still acknowledging it.
Yeah,
So,
probably its head just moves over, looks at it, pulls the arrow out, and then just looks up at it.
late with the thing that we were talking about in private, taking damage is probably, or Andonia herself taking damage is probably going to affect that. Is that something that we want to set up a roll type of thing for?
Make a wisdom save.
All right, to see if any of the glowing happens.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll say if you get 10 or less, it happens. Between 10 and 15, it starts to glow a little bit. Above 15, you're fine.
All right, I got 14.
All right,
So a little bit.
yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So it's well, by default. What color would you say the gem is? Like a blue, maybe?
It's red, the whole, because of what it ties with.
Yeah, so it just glows ever so slightly. Let's see. Yeah, and then the other guardian next to Klaus is also going to take an attack.
Is my shield still active, or has it been past a minute?
Past a minute.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
You take 12 points of piercing damage and 7 points of force damage.
Does Klaus have a way to call for help?
He is on his own.
Kind of little grunt as there's now like an arrow kind of like jammed between your ribs.
Whose ribs?
Would that attack be at disadvantage? I'm in 3/4 cover.
Hold on, I can look at the roll. It was a 20 to hit, and 3/4 cover would just give you plus. I think a +2 to your AC.
Okay.
There's half cover and 3/4. Half is +2, 3/4 apparently a +5.
Oh, if it's +5, then that'd be 21.
This is 5th SRD? That might be old rules. I don't know if this is 5.5.
We're playing 5.5.
5.5 E cover. Nope, apparently the same.
Alright, well then, want to reverse all that damage then?
I'd like to. That's my AC.
So it was 12 points of piercing and 7 force, so do the math and then just heal yourself, whatever that is.
Just heal 19.
Yep.
I might be able to use Whales from the Grave in this fight because there's more than one person.
Alright, Singe.
Senjo, I guess, ask, are we attacking or defending?
Violence is frightening.
I'm not sure what's
Phalar
happening.
Phalar would probably have heard that, and notably, he seems more expressive than usual. It's like his calm is broken, but he's not in his timid state. So he kind of hears that, and he shouts back, and he's like, "It's just, something like, it's the cultists. Of course, we're going aggressive."
Oh. And you'll look at the nearest group. Where is my measurements?
I don't see Klaus anywhere on my screen. What the hell?
Here, hold on. I got you. Bing, bing.
Yep, ping ping.
Oh, he's all the way over there. Okay.
Yeah, he's off doing his own thing.
Yeah,
I love it how whoever pinged
you're over
orange
that,
pinged
Eddie.
directly on the skeleton that's on his back.
Yeah, you're over that 60 feet for me.
Yeah, so apparently you can ping at angles, because yeah. I can ping Klaus's side.
If Singe commands him to dash, can my Steel Defender go right up next to these guys?
What you're commanding him to,
Dash. It's just to get an extra 5 feet, because he can only go 40 if I recall.
yeah, I mean, you can command him to, that would be your action.
Bonus action should be commanding the Steel Defender.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, then yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Burn the bonus action. Charges up right in front of these guys. I don't think Boots of Haste. Yeah, they need to be activated. They don't do anything otherwise. And then you'll probably pop out the helmet of the lid and spell at the second level Burning Hands for a 15-foot cone.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow, 15 is way shorter than I thought it would be.
I think
well, whatever.
it's probably a wide cone though, since it's 15. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something that they need to do. They need to, like, just for the sake of it, put into spells and stuff like what degree the cone is. Unless
Yeah.
I think, doesn't it like either
The only
5th edition or an older one used to do like narrow or wide?
the only thing I've seen now they've added is they say it's like 5 feet wide, and then how long
I
it is.
think 3.5 used to do thin, narrow, and wide, and then the angle was dictated by which of those three it had.
There's a deck save.
Let me pull it up.
I believe so, but
Yes, each creature in a 15-foot cone must make dexterity save.
So succeeded, failed, and failed. So 1 succeeded, 2 failed.
Half as much damage on a save, and since I'm upcasting it, it's 4d6. Wait, don't I have a feature that's supposed to be boosting this?
If you're in your fire form.
Yes, one more d. Oh, is that what? Oh yeah, you're right. And that would take an action that I do not have now. All right, yeah. Then it's just a 4d6. 4d6. 14 fire damage.
Alright, so 7 to him. And these two die.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing else to really do. That's my action, that's my bonus. Steel Defender's been commanded to dash over here. I guess it technically... No, it dashes its action, so it can't even attack itself. Yeah, that's my turn, I think.
Alright. So this one kind of yells out, "Boss, we got intruders!" This point is that see a familiar cloaked figure come around the corner. Roll initiative for him.
Oh.
it's like the one that we saw at the barn,
Yep.
the floaty dude that gave us a little bit of trouble.
Yep, he glides over.
My eyes! Oh, my eyes! Ah, they're melting!
I mean, I can cover him in red like he's on fire.
I think I can too, actually.
Has that little animation when you pull up the orb where the grid spins across it always been a thing that I was never able to see because of the frame rate on the laptop?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Wait,
As
is
he
spell
kinda
nuts?
glides forward. Roll initiative for him.
I guess anything flammable here should be burning as well, so make a little hot patch. It's really nothing, it's just grass, huh?
Very short grass as well. These cultists are very good at mowing their lawn.
Yeah, great lawn care.
You know, that's
For the
keep
gardeners.
things neat before they slaughter their enemies.
I mean, you have to keep an appearance, I suppose. Publicity.
We were hired for the lawn care.
So he goes before butchers. Is it? I'll use this guy. And the boss comes walking out. And
The birds have detected food nearby.
rolls really well. Okay. Say that that'll be that side's action to alert their boss and that guy. These guys are to dash to you failure.
As he approaches me, he's just going to see this wild grin across the non-ghostly side of Thalar's face, like he's trying to eye him with that "you just made a grave mistake" look.
Yeah, they're basically running up and completely surrounding you on all sides. That'll be their actions. Alright, Klaus.
I will move. I will see. Move up under here.
Alright.
Hidden. And let's see, I'll move my. Let's see, that was 11 feet. 21. 18. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm in the tree. So I'll move there for my 30 feet. And spells. I will just dump out my skeletons, all 4 of my skeletons, for my action. And then my bonus action, I will get my gem out. And that'll be my turn.
Keep in mind, the Slad is all the way with Silas. The gem doesn't summon him. So you might just spin around to tell Silas to
I
send
can
it.
command.
The gem,
Will it
the gem just lets you command it.
Yeah, it has teleport. Can I command it to teleport and it'll just take it around to get here?
I can't teleport, can only plane shift.
Plane shift, okay. So yeah, bonus action, I'll just tell Silas to send it here, and then action dump out the skeletons, or vice versa, however you want to do that, and then it'll be my turn.
Alright. I'll say by At top of the at the top of your top of the turn, the top of your next turn is when the slab will show up.
Yeah, and then I just dump out those 4 skeletons from the bag and get them ready to go. Baylor's turn.
I guess you're in a tree now.
Well, I'm supposed to be on the ground, but there's not much room for my massive mini bottom to fit there. But yeah, I'm behind that tree.
Alright. That'll just represent all 4 of them.
Sounds good.
Alright, fella.
All right.
You're completely surrounded.
Yep. So as they were approaching and surrounding him, that like crimson vein from his evil eye starts to wash over him. And this time it's just more of like it's on instinct that it starts to show.
Alright.
So I'm going to try and target the one who's already. I assume that red means he's wounded.
Yes.
I'm going to try and hit him with the evil eye, so that'll be my bonus action.
Alright.
It's a DC 15 charisma saving throw.
16.
Alright. So since he succeeded on that, action, because I used my bonus action for that.
I think that 15, he's a plus 0. Roll the 15.
Well, he still beats it, so.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to make an attack against him as my action with the core cut dagger,
Alright.
since that no longer does the negative to me, so.
Roll it.
So that'll be to hit. I'm going to throw the die at them. I think I just bonked one in the back of the head, and of course, naturally, because I did that.
Yeah, that hits.
I like it how it actually tells you what I'm rolling for as well if it's a custom named item. That's cool.
Yeah.
Beyond the Spire is a cool little plugin if anybody else hasn't used it before. So that will be, it's the 1d4 plus 5, and then that'll trigger the necrotic as well, I assume.
Yep.
What is it doing? All right.
So that's 9 plus.
The 3d6. That's 18.
How do you want to do this?
As they were approaching, Phalar gave them that you just made a grave mistake look, and then that crimson pulse comes over his body, and he's gonna flip the core cut around to standard grip so it's facing in front of him, and he's just gonna drive it straight into his chest. But I'm also going to expend my reaction to create a soul trinket upon his death.
Alright.
So as I stab him in the chest, I clench my other fist and pull back, and there's like a mist that's gonna come out of him and then form into the trinket's form is up to the GM. Just any very small item, you know, ring, amulet, anything.
I'll say it as you. What does it look like as Phalar kind of realizes he's pulling the soul out of this creature?
So yeah, pretty much what I said. It's he pulls back with his offhand, which has his other dagger in it right now, so he's kind of white knuckling it, and it's gonna be kind of like a much less exaggerated version of like when you absorb a dragon soul in Skyrim. It just like pulls the wisp from his body, and the mercenary's eyes go white.
I'll say it's like this kind of white mist as you kind of like reach your hand out and grab it. The mist kind of condenses into your into your hand as you kind of open your hand and look down. You see it's a small silver ring.
So then Thalar just, as he has now harvested the soul, you know, he kind of tilts his head a little bit and then gives like that kind of like slightly lax, kind of like almost puppet-ish kind of like head swing to look to the one to his left, like he's trying to like throw him off.
Alright.
And that is me. So that last little bit was just meant to be kind of like a make them feel uneasy. It's like, oh my god, this guy's crazy.
Alright, end of your turn. Ronan is going to use a legendary action as he kind of points his sword upward and says,
I have the power.
"Come and join the fight. It's feast time." As you see that large shadow that's encircling overhead, with a loud crash up above you, a wyvern lands, but it seems just much larger, and just as it lands, kind of lets out this large roar as it kind of like looks and kind of like and has this look of where it's deciding what to do next. All right. Yeah, these bandits are. Yeah, they're just gonna attack you. Do you have your flanks? They have advantage.
All right.
Okay. 19 to hit.
Yes.
You take 10 points of slashing damage
All right.
from the first one. The second one, also advantage. 19 to hit. That hits.
Correct. Yes. Why did I say correct?
Yeah, that is
It's
correct.
like, yes,
it does
that is
hit.
in fact a 19.
And another 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so now is a good time to mention Alatia is within 60 feet of me if we measure base to base, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So I take 10, it takes 10, because if it's within 60 feet, it distributes half to the shield guardian.
Okay.
Just still pretty hefty, considering that it's already been taking quite a bit of damage. And of course, that's also, you know, the 7th of my health. I'm not very tanky.
Alright, and let's see. This one's going to attack your shield guardian because it didn't see Singe.
I'm out of time, so I gotta go.
Okay. See ya.
Later.
It wasn't an attack him, but
Attack him. Kill him.
You can just operate him as an NPC, because I feel like this encounter was planned around having all 5 of us.
yep, that's true.
So it might be best to just operate him.
Yep.
And I know before we started, he did say in the chat that he would have to leave early because he has an early shift tomorrow.
Yeah.
Divine intervention. Singe has now been possessed.
Yep, he's been possessed by me.
Dungeon Mysterious, the greatest of all of the gods. And of course, because you want to hide it from the players, it's all one word so that they don't immediately suspect that it's just words.
Figure out what the AC is of his Iron Defender is. Thought he had it in the sheet, but oh, here it is.
I tell you what, I'll roll a d20 and we'll add 60.
Okay,
and that'll be the AC.
so that missed him. Okay, now it's your Shield Guardian's turn.
Alright, so Alatia's probably... I didn't give it the, direct command to attack anything, but it does protect me and it sees I'm under attack, so...
Yep.
It understands. It gets it.
Yeah, simple
What's
enough.
this thing's speed again?
I think like
30.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had to check because it's massive, so I didn't know if it, had long strides or anything. It's within range. It has, I think, a 10-foot reach anyways.
Yeah.
So this thing just comes clonking up behind the mercenary and is just staring down at him, and you probably hear like a rumble come out from inside of from the gears moving because it's like you attacked my controller.
It's like mechanical hand turns into a fist before almost like sledgehammers down onto him.
Yeah. So. Oh god, this is gonna be quite the hit. Because I'm assuming he's got flanking right now.
Yep. So he has advantage.
All right. This is. Yeah. Okay. So if I.
Roll a hit.
Yeah, I'm seeing if I can queue up. Okay, so I have to do them individually if I do it through here. That's 18.
Yep. 18 hits.
And that is. I forgot that they increased this thing's damage in 5.5. This is gonna be painful. Most likely. So that's 2d6 plus 4 bludgeoning.
All right.
And 2d6 force. It has multi-attack, by the way, but
How does your Shield Guardian obliterate this thing?
so, like I said, it probably kind of like if you imagine rattling gears and stuff. That's probably what you hear inside of it as it approaches. It clenches up its fist, and then I'd imagine he turns to see what the noise behind him is, and it's just going to TKO him right in the face.
I'll say it hits him with enough force. His head goes rolling into the opposite yard.
Wonder what the other guy's thinking about that as it turns to face him. See, he's within range. It has 10-foot reach.
Yeah, if you wanna use your other attack.
I don't know if that still counts for flanking because I'm not right up on him.
I'd
be fine with no. I was just curious.
Yeah, probably not. Oops.
That's an 11. That probably misses, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that misses.
I mean, he was kind of expecting it, all things considered, but... So, yeah. Oh, you, full on deleted it.
Yeah, I was trying to delete.
I don't have control over it.
I was trying to delete the bandit.
Can you control Z on that stuff? I know you can do it when building.
I don't know. Never tried it.
I don't know if you can undo deleting of characters.
Can you move now?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
He was right here. So he misses the second bandit, but that second bandit just saw his ally get pulped. Matter of fact, let's just just bonked him with his head. So yeah, that's a lot, yeah. It doesn't have a lot it can do bonus action wise, so.
I think it can repair itself.
Oh yeah, it gets 10 hit points back, but that's just an auto at the end of its turn. So the bandits are up again.
Yep, he is going. This one is going to. Yeah, it's gonna run. It's gonna run inside the yard. So both you and your shield guardian get
yeah.
get attack of opportunity.
That's right. Alright.
Alright.
So as it's running past Phalar's, I'm gonna go with Phalar first. We'll try to make it with pick and pocket. Switch things up a little. 22.
That hits.
Then stop putting the item on my screen. Shebang. So that's 8 piercing.
Alright.
And the Guardian you said gets one too?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this one hasn't taken any damage, so.
19.
Yep, that hits.
And time for the heavy. Potentially. That's a 1 and a 2.
I'll say like your dagger goes into its back just as your shield guarding like a full on sledgehammer slams it. It also slams it, and it just like it probably makes it about here and just crumples into a heap.
Phalar's just got this wicked grin on his face the entire time.
Yeah, this one's going to attack Cinch. Yeah, that hits. He takes 7 points of piercing. That's it for him. And well, this time, Death Lad.
Alright,
Yeah, decide what you want to do in your turn. I look for the Lad mini.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll attack for the skeletons with their short bows. I'm gonna have them aim at that archer above me. When you're still looking.
Seven, yeah, that misses.
Miss. Okay, they all miss. And then me. Let's see. What do I have? Can I do here? I don't have any. That's my bonus. That's 30 feet. No, I can't see him from there. Don't they have anything I can do right now? So that will be my turn.
You want your death slot to do anything?
Yes, is he here? Let me pull up his stat block, see what he can do.
I'm probably gonna have to control his movement because we're in initiative mode, but
Oh, no problem.
I can't find it right now. We'll use something else in the meantime.
It's fine. Okay. Come on.
I'll use this death slot then. Can you control it?
Yes.
Okay.
It has a movement of
40 feet, I think.
30 feet. Right? Yeah, 30 feet. I will have him move 30 feet.
Alright.
Have him cast fireball on this guy.
Which one?
The archer above. Is he able to see him from there? The one right directly above me?
Uh, yeah. Dex save. Failure. I think it's just a standard 3rd level.
Yeah, it doesn't say. So I'll roll damage for it. Fireball. 27 points of fire damage.
It's very dead.
Oh, I forgot about that guy right in front of me. Yeah. Yeah, my actions I haven't used one yet before I end my turn. I want to cast Fireball at him.
Failure. I'll just say he's probably not going to survive it, so.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Unless you roll like all ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you rolled all ones, that's probably the only way he'd survive.
Alright, that's my turn. Oh yeah, are we still doing the dice thing? If you roll max
Yep.
on a dice, it keeps going. Okay.
Did we ever figure out, is that just like a always active thing, or?
Always active. Because it's fun. Make things deadly.
Yeah.
Does that also apply to enemies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So if an enemy crits and then they roll,
Only,
like,
only thing it doesn't apply to is my crit roll.
yeah, since his crit rule makes it so that one of them is automatically maximum, that would kind of break it because it would automatically give explosive. So the auto max does not explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just roll extra, right? That's like yeah.
Yeah, for every time that you get a maximum, you roll another die.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Phalor, you're up.
Alright, failure.
All right. Hmm.
Oh,
Hold
so
on,
they
let me
changed
just.
their name from Free Hero Rogue to Ronin.
We're going to take you down, free hero rogue. All right, let us see here. Everything around my immediate area is dead.
Yep, except for the guy in front of Singe.
Correct. My distance to him, that is cone, because they changed that. Thank you, muscle memory. 54. So if I was to move my 30 forward, I'd be.
You also have bonus
Oh,
action.
it's still on Klaus's turn for me.
It's on your turn for me.
Yeah, it's on your turn.
I'm gonna like pop it back and then forward again. Sometimes
Yeah,
that
it still
fixes
says
it.
Klaus on mine.
There we
Oh,
go.
now it says yep, now it changed.
Sometimes that just happens. So I'm already up on the rubble. I'm imagining that's probably not going to be too hard to get over.
You could always bonus action dash. You do have cunning action.
True. I do indeed do that.
So you could actually get over there. And not just walk forward and stare.
I mean, I do have a short bow, but yeah. I can bonus action dash.
I'm in.
Do we want to remove that red cone?
Yeah, I can't. You as DM.
Oh.
Yeah, Singe was the one who put it there.
Actually, wait, let me make sure that that was actually... Okay. I was making sure I didn't just, like, throw myself forward, like, 70 feet or something.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I got it.
It was there because that was, he was measuring, like, yeah, the area being on fire, but since it was mostly just grass, it wouldn't have spread much of anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
And the round has passed, so...
You will have advantage in sneak attack.
Oh yeah, because I'm just kind of charging forward. He doesn't know.
Yep. That and Singe is right there, so.
Yeah. So I'm going to... I don't need to do... I was gonna declare nick, but I don't need to nick this. This is not a situation where I need to be using both my attacks in one action. I could, but I don't want to. You know, there's
Yeah.
situations where you don't have to go all out on something. So because I'm doing physical, I have to roll these twice. First one's 18.
Yep.
This is with core cut. Thanks for bonking the tree, 23.
Yep. That hits.
That's one of the joys of physical dice, is when it just rams into something and doesn't go anywhere. It's like, oh god. Alright. So, starting with the piercing. Good.
Yep. Alright.
I will measure up my sneak attack before. Okay. I'm gonna do my sneak attack before I trigger the necrotic, but I'd also like to mention I kind of forgot that 5.5 rogue does this thing called 5d6 sneak attack damage.
I mean, that kind of lines up with your level, so.
Yeah, I forgot that they amped up the sneak attack damage that much.
Well, yeah, it's because they want to give you more dice for your those other things.
Yeah. So that's 2 6s. So is that explosive?
Yep. So roll another 2d6. And another 6.
This guy's gonna be chopped up in little pieces.
All right, so that's 34
Billion
sneak
damage.
attack damage. Not even accounting for the necrotic yet. He's probably dead.
He is beyond dead.
I'm going to go ahead and, because of how quick that was, and it was sneak attack, Phalar is coming up behind him, and then he's going to, like, grab him on the shoulder, and then turn him and quick just shank him right in the neck.
Falls over. Dead.
Just like, you know, between the shoulders, under the chin. It's a VR game called Bone Lab that I used to do that sneak attack on the null body enemies in, because they were completely unaware if you snuck behind them.
Has Otto and Adonia had another turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there's just a
We're-
lot of people in initiative. They're at the beginning of initiative, we're at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm the start of initiative. So I've only gone once so far.
Yeah, so we only got one round.
So, since I killed him, let me check real quick if I may.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else that I can do there, so I will pull my reaction to create a second soul trinket from him.
Why is there a death slot?
That is ours.
Yep.
Oh my god.
From the
So-
last campaign.
Oh my
I'll use my
god.
reaction, and I'm going to pull tokens of the departed to make a trinket from him as well.
That's why I'm looking for Derek. I want to bring him back.
You want to traumatize him again? Oh jeez.
Buff table,
Oh.
I see Late has put a massive wyvern on that mountain there for us to fight.
Yeah, the Ronin
Oh.
guy over there called it down. It is in fact theirs. So yeah, I made a second soul trinket. GM, you determine what it is. At least that's what the rule says. So.
You coalesce that same list again, and it's like one of those like small, kind of simple, like kind of like loop earrings. What it's made of, I'll leave it up to you.
So that being said, that like kind of evil eye crimson that would normally be going across him rather just in veins is starting to like tinge over the purple that is, you know, in his ethereal. So it's quite obvious that he's like completely just entranced by this battle.
Well, since he skipped over it late, I'm gonna say, because he didn't say what, because you said it's made, the materials whatever he wants it to be, but then he went on to talk about something else. So therefore, I am dubbing that the little hoop earring is made out of the dead guy's foreskin.
Ugh.
I agree.
Sure, why not?
Well, whatever it may be. I mean, they get expended for some of my stuff anyways, so.
Well, it's a 3-person vote, and the DM counts as 100, so it's made out of his foreskin.
Congratulations, you have an earring made of a guy's foreskin.
Until I use it or destroy it to ask him a question.
Yep.
I can collect 2 more of those, by the way. I can have up to 4. I can have a number of them up to my proficiency bonus. So, I'd say, you know, in terms of flavor and character, mannerism and stuff, the reason that he's absolutely crushing right now is because he's, like, fully enthralled in what we're doing right now. It's like it's almost cathartic that he's taking out these cultists. But that is my turn. And now it's free hero rogue.
He kind of looks over to his wyvern and says, "Go and feast on him." As he like points his sword toward you, Phalar, as wyvern moves down, lands with a hard thud in front of you, and is going to make a. I'm going to use make a bite attack and use a stinger.
Alright, I caught up to when you said he landed in front of me, and then if you said anything since I missed it, Discord crapped for a moment.
Basically, he's using his bonus action to send his wyvern after you. And
Alright.
it's going to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
That's a. Pretty sure that misses with a 15.
Yeah. Missed by 3.
So, like, it goes down to bite you. You happen to duck it away. It just snaps at the air. Its tail kind of whips around at blinding speed as its barbed end kind of goes for you. Oh boy, natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's.
Luckily, I'm still within 60 feet of my guardian.
Apologize in advance, but this is going to really hurt.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I had a feeling that was gonna happen, but
That's 20 points of piercing damage just from the barb. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
one moment. So that's 10 to me, 10 to the guardian, because I am within 60 feet.
76 poison damage.
So that's con save.
Yep.
I have advantage on it because I'm carrying Soul Trinket.
You also get +4, remember.
I thought it was.
But it's for checks. Yeah,
for
this is a
ability, yeah.
save.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll twice on this. First one's 22.
Alright.
The second's a 19.
So, good news, you're not poisoned. Bad news, you take 22 points of poison damage.
So that will be 11 to... Now, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
By the bound thing, if it's within 60 feet of me, it takes half of the damage I take. It's immune to poison damage, so does that mean that half of that's just gone?
For the Shield Guardian, yeah.
So well, that was 22, so I would be taking 11 of it, and then the other 11 just goes into the void.
So wait, does it absorb half of it? Is that it, or
Guardian...
or is it just
The Guardian is within 60 feet of the amulet's wearer. Half of any damage the wearer takes rounded up is transferred to the Guardian.
So yeah,
So it absorbs half the damage I take within 60 feet, but it's immune to poison.
Yeah, so 11 of it just goes into the void. So you take 31 instead.
Alright. I am below
Wasn't it?
half. Yeah, that's
Just below?
total. I already
Yeah, I was
took
gonna say,
the.
wasn't it 20 and then 22? So half of
Yeah,
each
I did
of
the 10 to the Shield Guardian already, so I've been mathing it.
So yeah, 21 each.
I've been keeping track.
That's just his bonus action. He's going to 40 feet. Charge forward. And he can't quite. You know what? He will. You know what? He'll dash. And get up on your face.
Does he just above table? Does he pass within the whatever feet it is for Singe to get an action, or is that
Oh, yeah.
only if it's breakaway?
Does he get op?
Yeah.
I can't tell if he. Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like he left Singe's area because of that gap between them.
Yeah, so. What's Singe gonna do?
Oh yeah. Alatia had a 6 on roll, so it should be somewhere near the end of the initiative as well. Because I remember you accidentally deleted them.
Yeah, so that hits. And he'll take 9. 9 damage.
Yeah,
Because I think Alatia was.
it's after Singe, but before Klaus. It's up there already.
Yeah.
Alright, Donia. Your turn.
Alright, so let's see.
Back around.
Now
Finally.
we're back at the top of the round.
Alright, so
This is a mass field battle. These can be pretty fun.
Yeah.
so during all of that, did Klaus, did you take any damage?
No.
Okay. Alright, so oh, wrong button. So that'd be okay, it's another 30 feet from there, okay. So move her up to the base of the tree here.
Alright.
Alright, so that's my movement. Then
I'm glad that I have alcohol on me because I need to get some HP back.
alright, so because I am still a good distance away, I'm going to acid spit at Ronan.
Alright.
That is a dex save of 15 or higher.
Alright. Fails with a 14.
Alright, so it's 2d10 acid damage.
This guy sucks.
15.
It's gonna turn out that, like, I'm of course saying this as a joke, but like, could you imagine if it turns out that he's like all show and flair and stuff, and he relies entirely on the dragon?
That was 15 damage for acid.
Alright.
Alright. Alright, so moving my 30 feet, was that an action?
No, that's just your movement.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
your acid spit was your action.
Alright, so second, then I'll acid spit him again.
Alright.
Dex 15 or higher.
Succeeded with a 20.
Alright, so he succeeded.
So half damage.
Let's see. Target takes 2d10 acid damage unless it succeeds on a dexterity. So he takes nothing.
Okay. It's like anything
then-
else?
For my, where's it at here?
You wanna put it-
Bonus action. I'm gonna hit up my emboldened allies, so I can do up to 45 hit points of healing. I'm going to hit me with 14, which will heal me back up. It still leaves 31. I'll give. I don't know if he needs all of it, but I'll give Phalar the 31.
To answer your question, that brought me up to full, but I was under half. Friendly reminder, Phalar is a glass cannon.
All right, so that was
He is
my.
not built tough, he is built fast.
So that was my bonus. Oh, hitting or when I hit him. Let me see here.
What do you want to put a seal?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it has to be a melee attack or if I deal any damage to him.
I think from what I remember, it's either a melee attack or use your bonus to put one. But you've already used your bonus to.
Well, I know it's a bonus if.
I mean, because that's what it says on your sheet is.
You place a magical seal on a creature within 30 feet of you. You can either place this seal when you hit that target with a weapon attack, which would be no action, or use a bonus action to place the seal on a target I can see within range.
So now the question becomes: is your acid spit an unarmed an unarmed attack or a natural weapon?
The acid spit is because of my
Your race.
Simic hybrid. Yeah.
I'm just curious which it would fall into, because there is natural weapon.
Probably a natural weapon.
Because if
Yeah,
that's the case,
it's listed as a animalistic enhancement.
But is your Bolin allies a bonus action?
The ally one, yes.
Okay.
If-
okay then.
Yeah, because if my acid spit counts as the weapon attack, then I don't have. Let me see here. Let me bring it back up. Sorry. Okay, once per turn, you can place a magical seal on a creature within 30 feet of you. You can either place this seal when you hit that target with a weapon attack, no action required, or you can use a bonus action to place the seal on the target you can see within the 30-foot range.
So that would be your scythe or yeah. So I don't. So I'm not going to count your acid spit as to add it.
Okay. Yeah, I know I've got my scythe, I have the unarmed strike.
And you use your emboldened ally, so you can't do what the bonus action. So.
Well, yeah, that's why I was trying to figure out if the acid spit counted as a weapon attack with it being a feature of my race.
Yeah. No.
Okay. So yeah, that's it for me then.
Otto.
probably just real quick say, like, as Phalar, because that was a very heavy hit that he took, so as he notices that his wounds have sealed over, he probably looks over his shoulder and just has, like, the smile on his face. He's not saying anything, but you can tell he appreciates it. Otto, what do you have in store for our enemies?
Let me see. Let me see. Ooh, 60 feet. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So Otto is gonna move on top of here,
Alright.
and then first use his bonus action to use Tentacle of the Deeps.
Alright.
So he's gonna summon Tentacle right next to Phalar.
What?
Oh, I did not imagine that big.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a Kraken tentacle mini.
That looks that looks like something, all right.
but instead,
I-
because of who your patron is, it's just like this black. It's just like this black tentacle almost.
Looks like the tentacles from Hermaeus Mora in Skyrim.
I can we make it say the beaks that it has, like it has like mouth?
Yeah, yeah.
I've watched enough anime to know where this is going.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah, yes, the rest you see like part of the ground darken as this strange tentacle erupts from the ground.
Alright,
With,
so
with all these like mouths kind of gnawing on the inside of it.
then
yeah,
fire
yeah,
snapping
yeah.
your tentacle.
Perfect. Okay, so when I create the tentacle, I can make a melee attack against one creature within 10 feet. So let's see.
Either the wyvern or Ronan.
Oh, so I can make attack on both. Okay. Let's
I
see.
figured out who Jerry's playing freaking Alawi from League of Legends.
Kind of accurate. Kind of accurate. So it's gonna be melee attack. I don't know if I add efficiency bonus to attack. Uh. Wait, do I add?
So roll a
Like,
d20.
spellcasting?
Add your. It should just be your spell, whatever your spell attack is on your sheet,
Okay.
and you just add that.
16 plus 9, so 25. 25.
Okay. Who are you going for? The wyvern or
The
Ronan?
wyvern. The wyvern.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
It's gonna be 1d8 cold damage, I believe. 4 cold damage,
All right.
and then now I do my Eldritch Blast.
Of course.
So first one is gonna be on the wyvern.
All right.
27 to hit.
That hits.
What did I roll?
14.
You tell us.
Wait,
You rolled a 4.
I
You rolled.
rolled okay. 14 force damage on the wyvern.
You know, as like the blast part of hits its head. Its head kind of
Yeah.
comes back, and its head.
And then the next,
its head kind of snaps in your direction.
and then the next I will do on the Ronin. It's 24 to hit.
That hits.
Also 14 force damage.
All right.
And then I will like to do repelling blast on him.
All right. So let's push back 10 feet.
10 feet. Yeah.
No.
Wait. Now he has to get out of Cinder's range again. And then I am going to
Run away.
dip. Only 5, I believe. Yeah. I think that's the best I can do.
All right.
All right. That's the end of my turn.
The Mind Piercer is going to. As it begins to float, it's going to float 30 feet into the air. look around. And he is going to... Are you? He's gonna make... He's gonna make 2 psychic lash attacks against you, Phalar. You're kind of the only one there, besides Singe. You are... Let's see. First attack miss, you see like it's just staring at you. So you see the air almost kind of vibrate. This like wave of vibrating air. As you see it coming as this wave kind of like hits the ground, almost leaving like a small crater in the ground behind you.
See, as Phalar sees that, he probably looks up to the source and glares, and just under his breath, he's like, "One of you again." He angry.
In a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You take 13 points of psychic damage.
All right. That's a doable hit.
And yes, and if it's turn.
Hope that's a doable hit. I just healed you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, in proportion to my max HP.
Let's see. Singe, he is going to look over you, saying, "You don't look too well, friend." He's going to cast Heroism on you, Phalar.
Does that do?
So let's see. One creature can bravery until the creature is immune to being frightened and gain temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting number at the start of each of its turns. So you at the start of each turn, you'll gain 4 temporary hit points.
I assume that. Does it start now or when my?
That starts now.
Okay.
And mark him as concentrating on that.
I'll give a nod, and he's still got that look on his face, but he gives a nod, and he's like, "Yes, thank you, friend."
It's just action. Yeah, that'll be it for Singe. Your bot.
Alatia is just so Phalar, just out loud, kind of audibly enough for Ronan to hear, trying to be like, "You're not the only one that's got a pet." He just says one word, and he just says, "Here," and the Alatia is going to dash and come in right there.
Okay. Yeah, because that was his action, so.
Yep.
Alright.
And I don't believe I have any, like, bonus actions by by itself, unless
Unless
Just
is
the
the
auto heal.
yeah, unless it's
Yeah,
gonna auto heal.
All right.
so a stored spell would use the casting time of the original, I assume.
Yes. And I don't think
Okay.
I don't think there's any spells in it right now.
It's got bestow curse, but that's an action, so
Alright.
because I stored bestow curse in it last session, and there's no duration on it. It's just if it gets used or replaced by a different spell, then it loses it. But that's an action. I didn't know if it was a bonus or not, so that's why I was asking.
Alright, Klaus.
So yeah, that's it.
I will go 30 feet here so I can see over there.
Alright.
I will then have the Death Slad move up 30 feet. And I'll have the Death Slad cast Fireball on the Mind Piercer that's floating.
Gonna create a new sun.
Yeah, right on him.
What's the save for the slad?
Let's see here. The Slad's innate spellcasting ability, spell save DC is 15 plus 7. So,
So 15?
yeah.
Fails.
Oh.
But the mind piercer will use its reaction and use mental feedback. So the slad takes 14 points of psychic damage. And then roll damage.
Damage. 31 points of fire damage.
Did you mark the damage for the feedback?
Yeah, on his little HP bar.
Okay.
Intel's fire.
What's his total HP?
170.
Let's do 70, 70, and then minus.
Minus 14.
Yeah. Alright, there we go.
So 31 points of fire damage.
Alright. It's like, as it dies down, its robe's slightly singed, but doesn't seem like it did too much. It's took a heavy hit, but it's alive.
I'll then have the skeletons move up 30 feet, and I will have all of them shoot their crossbows at him.
What's the range of the crossbows?
Range 80 feet slash 320.
So anything beyond 80 feet is at disadvantage. Yeah, so it's gonna their attacks are gonna be a disadvantage.
Okay. Way to roll disadvantage with it like this.
You just roll it twice and between take deliver it too.
Alright. Oh, bounced off that tree.
Yeah, so that's 6 and misses.
Yeah. Alright, so they whiff.
And you still have your action.
Yep. For me, I'm going to. Mm, I'm going to cast Dancing Dead on one of the dead corpses around Singe.
What's the range for it?
160 feet. Let's see. Oh yeah, that hits.
I mean, that's what everybody within 30 feet has to make a save.
Yes, a Wisdom saving throw. Yeah, creatures within 30 feet of the dancing corpse must make a Wisdom saving throw.
Gets up and starts doing the thriller dance.
And every creature that fails gapes at the dancing cadaver and is incapacitated. And it must use its movement to come as close to the dancing body as it safely can.
Ooh, I'm just outside. Alright.
Could cause a problem.
So, Ronan succeeds. Let's see. Singe.
Succeeds. Oh no, that's Alakia.
Yeah, Singe succeeds.
Alatia got a natural 20.
Yeah, that was for Phalar. The Shield Guardian does not have a Wiz modifier, so that'll just be a flat d20.
What about Phalar?
That I got a nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I threw that thing.
How about the wife?
And Alatia got a 5.
Let's see. Wyvern.
I love how there's just like a giant guardian, and then there's a fucking gigantic tentacle right next to Valar.
Yeah, the entire purpose of me dashing my Guardian up here was because Ronan's like, haha, I have a dragon, and I'm like, bitch, I have a stone man.
Let's see the Phalar. The Wyvern is now just staring at the thriller dancing corpse.
Alatia is not immune to incapacitated.
Yeah,
And rolled a 5.
Yeah, at the end of each of the creature's turns, the affected creature repeats a saving throw.
Damn it, if only it was charmed. Charmed and frightened are both on the list of immunity, but not incapacitated.
Or if it takes damage. So for right now, the dragon is incapacitated. It's distracted with that, so you can focus on Ronan right now.
I was planning on doing that anyways.
You want to move your marker?
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't get rid of it.
That's not me. That's Edonia.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
And we just have like this random ray trace thing going on over here near the dragon. I'm not sure when that one showed up.
And that is my turn. Now it's Phalar.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright, Phalar.
The initiative order at the top is messing up on my end again.
Here. There we go.
As for... Okay, so I can't be op attacked by the dragon because it can't take reactions since it's incapacitated.
Yep.
I was just checking, so I've never seen that actually in play before, so I didn't know what the the things were. So he's still fine. His dragon is being a dumbass, so he's probably mad about that.
You definitely see he's like he's like giving the wyvern just this stern look, like, what are you doing?
As it comes up on my turn, Alatia is also focused on it because the 5, and then Phalos just like stares up and just gives like a sigh, like he's just like, damn it. He's going to make a run for Ronin.
Alright.
So, is Singe within distance for that to be flank?
Yeah, I'll say so. Even though Sen just kind of chilling by a tree, but yeah.
He could always do like a side swing.
Yeah, true.
Let's see, so that will be... Refresh the page, that's what that is. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting the dancing corpse, so that kind of threw off my plan there. That's part of the fun of it, though.
Yeah, true.
That's not a complaint, that's just me saying it might take me a moment here to recollect what I was gonna do. And obviously I'm going to attack him, but I think okay, yeah. I will make my bonus action to attempt to mark him with my evil eye. That's DC 15 charisma.
Succeeded with a 24.
Damn, okay. So that's bonus action burned. I will... See, now is the time when I would do it. So... I will use the Nick property to attack with both daggers.
Alright.
So Core Cut is up first. And it's at advantage, so I will... I don't even know if I need that advantage, but I'll fish for the crit. Okay, yeah, no. That's a 24 on the first attack.
That hits.
And that will hit with a 1d4 plus 5.
Alright.
And 3d6. That's the necrotic. One of those is a 6.
Yep.
Okay.
And
So, flanking, that's an advantage. That activates sneak attack, doesn't it?
Cindy's right there, so yeah.
Yeah, because you said it was flanking. I just couldn't remember. I
As long
sometimes I
as
forget how sneak works.
as long as there's you have advantage or an ally's within 5 feet of the person you're
Yeah.
attacking.
All right, so I will do. Yeah, I'm going to do sneak attack, but I'm going to do 4d6 and sacrifice that 5th of the d6s to attempt a trip.
What's the save for it?
That is DC 16 dexterity. And also, one of those was a 6. Oh my god. So that just keeps going, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry for the math.
Don't worry. I'm just subtracting it as it
You're
comes
just taking
up.
it as it's going.
Yeah.
So DC 16 dexterity, and if he fails, he falls prone.
Oh, it's a deck save. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's a trip attack, pretty much. When I hit the sneak attack, I shanked him in, like, near his, like, the tendon on the back of your leg.
Succeeded with a 21.
Alright. So that was off the core cut, so since I did Nick, the pick and pocket is still there. I assume that's probably
Yeah.
also advantaged. I can't sneak attack it though.
Yep.
I will, however,
You still
and just rolling that real quick. That's both 13.
Yep, that misses. It's like
Okay.
he just parries the other dagger off.
I will, however, because I initiated my sneak attack damage on him, I will call Whales from the Grave and focus it on. Actually, hold on. How close? I don't think he's close enough. Ba-ba-ba.
I think doesn't that affect people around him too? If I remember right.
If I call Whales from the Grave, I can hit another target within 30 feet of the first one with 3d6 necrotic, but now I'm considering if I hit the dragon, he gets to save again. So I might just not do that for the sake of keeping him out of the fight for a little longer.
I'll say, but since technically he's using his bonus action to command them, when Dragon didn't really have his own initiative. So yeah, he'll just okay. Okay.
Oh, he'll probably get the save when Ronan's turn comes up then, won't he?
I mean, he'll be able to roll again, yeah.
Yeah. Because what I'm considering is the fact that if I Whales from the Grave, he is taking damage, so he gets to roll again anyways, but... Yeah, I'll do it. I'll take that risk. So that'll be use of Whales from the Grave, and that is... Boink.
I already rolled his save, and he got a natural 20.
Damn. That's 8 necrotic.
Alright.
So pretty much when I stabbed him, or stabbed Ronan, there was like a small spirit that drifted off of him and wrapped into the wyvern.
And then it's like, as like the little whales kind of, see the dragon kind of like shakes his head, and then now just like bearing fangs now is just staring at you as it kind of like repositions itself.
That was action, bonus action, used that. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, yeah, that is me.
Alright, Ronan kind of
I'm back.
swords out, kind of saying, "Oh, you're a clever little one. Well, fair is fair, I guess." And he'll now is going to make 3 attacks against you.
Karma.
Yep.
And I am fully accepting of that. It is a completely justified response.
First attack, that is a 19 to hit.
Correct? Yep, that works. I mean, that hits. My English isn't Englishing today.
Second attack misses with a 13.
Yep.
And a 20 to hit.
Alright, yeah, 2 of those hit. We might want to clean the dice.
Yeah.
I know I was gonna say, I know there's a thing you can do to just delete all of them.
Alright, so first.
Field becomes covered in litter when there's a rogue in the party.
So first attack is 11 points of slashing damage.
Alright, so... I'm gonna wait until you get the second one to see what the total is.
And 12 points of necrotic. Second attack. Another 11 points of slashing. and 5 points necrotic.
So that is 39 total.
And
19.5. So that'd be rounded up.
bonus
So then-
action, he will.
Oop, no, that's not what I wanted to do.
Bonus action, he'll attack with his offhand with his dagger.
Alright, 19. I had to do math there, because that didn't balance out evenly. So, okay, there we go. So I was distributing it to the Shield Guardian as well. I had to do that because it says to round up, so I had to do a little bit of math there. And then I accidentally subtracted 200 instead of 20. So then I had to heal it.
Yeah, okay, so.
I was like, oh crap.
Dagger hit you with a 26.
Yeah.
Another 20 points of piercing damage. Well, that should be easy because you both take 10.
See, that's what threw me off, is that so far it's all been like, oh, we both take 10, we both take 11, we both take 5, and then suddenly, decimal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's action.
It
bonus.
boiled down to it took 20 and I took 19 because you round up and it was 19.5.
Yeah, that's the end of his turn.
Ooh. Alright.
That round, he wanted the glory for himself. Because you pissed him off.
Which again, fully understandable. I did stab him in the leg. Very hard.
Considering you almost did what? Almost 60 plus points of damage?
Yeah. So he did the same in kind.
Alright, Donia.
Top of the round. Round 3.
Round
Fight.
3.
Okay.
What we need is a fighting game that goes to like round 60. Imagine spending like
That's
5.5
the last,
hours
like-
playing against one player.
It lasts a while.
It'd just be like, it's literally every anime fight ever. You just keep getting back up.
Alright, cool. I'm within the range. Alright, I'm gonna swing on Ronan with my scythe.
As you approach and swing, Phalar looks and is like, ah, Andonia, thank you for joining up front. Come for a bit of the bloodshed.
Oh god, 10.
Yeah, that misses.
On that miss, does that provoke me to have to roll that d20 for the thing?
Not missing an attack.
Okay. But I just want to make sure. Alright, she's swinging.
I mean, unless you think seeing this chaos, unless you think probably seeing Ronan probably like try to murder Balar would cause it.
True, he is party member. I mean, he's part of the friend group here.
You know what? Roll wisdom save.
Alright, and then you said if it's
If it's
1 through
if
4.
it's 1 through 10, it happens. 10 through 15, it starts glowing a little more. 15 beyond, you're fine.
Alright. And is that straight d20 or what you said wisdom?
Wisdom save.
9.
The rest of you watch as this circlet on Antonia becomes this bright red, almost as bright and almost blinding as you see her. She becomes almost limp a little bit as her head suddenly snaps up to the air, starts to rise slightly into the air. You feel cracking and bending of bones as you see tearing as you see two large leathery wings sprout out from her back. Large black curled horns out from her forehead. And you see her skin
Oh my God.
turn a ashen gray.
Is she?
And her eyes, I'll say at least during this when you're transformed, your eyes are just as bright, they're like bright fiery beads of the hells.
Like the orangish red.
Yeah.
And then, since this is the first time, it was an unexpected and a certain event triggered it. Pretty much, I get to roll and say what I'm doing for my attack, but you're choosing the target.
Yep.
All right. So fire breath.
I forget. Is it a
30 foot. Anyone or a target within 30 feet, and then it's a dexterity saving throw of 15 or higher, or take 2d10 fire damage with the possibility of burn.
I'm gonna say all three of them.
All right. So dex 15 or higher.
So 3, is that singe myself and him, or singe Alatian and me?
It's Ronan, you, and Singe.
Alright. So you're going to be rolling for singe then.
Yeah. Let's save. Singe succeeds with a 20.
Nice.
He's resistant to fire anyway, so.
No, not anymore. He's not.
Yeah, because he got vulnerability to fire, so then they canceled each other out because of the deck.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So what did I miss? I came back as somebody with sprouting wings and horns.
Endonia appears to have become a demon.
Oh.
Looks like
Like,
it's
full on. Like, curled goat horns and fiery eyes and everything.
And just
Pretty much.
And basically to make this fun is there's a chance that she'll attack you guys during this transformation.
So, I rolled a 15.
You succeed.
Yep. So 15 and higher succeeds.
Okay, so I barely made it. I was gonna uncanny dodge it if it.
Ronan succeeded too.
All right, and then.
Actually, yeah, I think.
So is the fire breath like all or nothing?
We're running it the same as the acid spit, so it takes one of my 2 actions.
Okay.
I'm pretty much just rolling to myself a
Is it?
d6 and seeing what pops up as what my attack's gonna be.
Okay.
Is it no damage on save or half damage on save?
There's no damage on the save.
All right.
Yeah. If you succeed, you take.
Someone's not gonna like this. My d6 landed on vampiric touch.
So roll a d4 for me. Let's determine who. One will be Ronan, 2 will be Phalar, 3 will be Singe, 4 will be the Shield Guardian.
It's within touch.
Okay.
Singe wouldn't be within touch.
Okay.
So it'd be a d6, and then like 1 and 2 is somebody, 3 and 4 is somebody, 5 and 6 is somebody.
Okay, so
You want me to roll it to everybody, or just you, or what do you want me to do here?
no, I'll roll it.
Okay.
It's the physics.
You do it against Brennan.
Ronan. Okay, so that is. I have to roll for the hit. I rolled a natural 1, so
Yep.
nothing happened.
Yeah, he just swats your cane away.
Bold. That's a very bold move.
For bonus action, I have. Let me see here. 1, 2. No, 1. Oh, there's only one thing I can do, and that's heal for my bonus action. My emboldened allies. And since I can't control who it's going to, out of
Well,
everybody
and
is within 30.
And we'll roll for
So
it.
it's anybody within 30 feet of me. So you got the tentacle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 6 people there.
I'll say split it between uh Balar and Singe.
So it's 45 between the two of them.
Alright. Well, Steel Defender's back at full. And I think the last thing is make another wisdom save.
All right, and then this is gonna be the.
So basically from this point on, you make a wisdom save at the end of every turn to see if you maintain, see if you can at some point take control.
All right, and then if it's the 15 and higher is when the 12-hour thing happens.
If you look at the thing I sent you for it, if you look at the feet, there's a roll table for the save.
All right, there it is. Going off of the initial state one, or transformation state.
Yep.
Okay, and then wisdom save. So 19. I have advantage on all control saving throws during the transformation.
Yeah.
Okay, so next time around I would roll it at advantage.
Yep.
Okay. So right now, nobody knows what in the fuck's sitting in front of them. Just I turned into this. I unleashed hell on everybody. It didn't matter who you were, and now it's Otto's turn.
I love like how it's kind of like a non-verbal answer, because as you ran up, Phalar was like, "Have you come to join the bloodshed?" Turns into a demon.
Turns it even and try and just like doesn't say anything, just blows a wave of fire at you.
And so despite that, Phalar is just kind of like, "I'll take that as a yes then." Gotta remember, with his background, when he gets into combat like this, he's been doing a lot of stabbing, so he's just full on in the zone.
Oh, it's Otto's turn.
Yeah, what's Otto gonna do?
Climb up the wall again. Summons another tentacle.
Where you want it? Where you
Uh,
you should have control over it.
yeah. I'll put it right here. Is that okay?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and then I'm going to use both tentacles and attack the wyvern.
Alright.
2 roll. Oh, wait. That's wrong. Sorry. D20. Oh.
A 30?
One is a 20. The other one is a 19.
So, a crit.
The first one is a crit. Yeah.
So yeah, but even with your modifier, it's, yeah, both will hit it.
Okay. So what do I do when I? Is it just?
So what is an attack normally? A D8 plus.
Yeah. Just a D8.
So roll it and then add 8.
Okay. So I rolled 2 D8.
No, roll it normal damage and then just add 8 to it.
Oh no! I mean I had 2 tentacles, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying for the crit, roll the
Okay.
damage and add 8, and then the other one you just roll as normal.
I rolled an 8.
So 16.
16. Alright, 16 cold damage. The other one is 5 cold damage. So 21.
Alright.
And then now it's my Eldritch Blast. I'm just gonna hit the wyvern twice.
Alright, go for
First one is a 26.
it. Yep.
Second one is a 27.
Yep, both hit.
Alright. First one is 8 force damage. The second one would be 11 force damage. So yeah. That's 19 force damage.
I would say at this point you see the wyvern is just like staring at you. Like you very much have its attention now.
Yeah, and he sees that, he runs. Yeah, that's an end of his turn.
The Mind Piercer is going to hold space and teleport 30 feet. And is just going to look over at you, Klaus. And you just hear in your mind, everything is not as it should be. I need you to make, as it tends to bend reality, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. 22.
You feel like the world starts spinning a little bit before you shake your head. As when you kind of stand still, it kind of jostles you a little bit as you just see it, and as you kind of now kind of look over it, as it's like featureless face is just staring at you with its hand out. It's action, bonus action, movement. Yeah, it's the end of its turn. Sam's kind of seeing everybody all up in here. Yeah, he's just going to pull open his helmet and cast Burning Hands again at second level. That's say it's mostly on the wyvern. Big old flamethrower. Next save. Wow, natural 20 for its save.
Oh,
46. Half of that. So it only takes 5. Yeah, Wyvern's looking. Wyvern is definitely now bloodied. Alright. Steel Guardian's turn.
Alrighty. Is that it, like has the no? Yeah, it's taken damage quite a few times. I probably should have been keeping track of that. It was one of the things that got enthralled by the body, and it was taking it took damage like 3 or 4 times out of the shared damage thing. Since then,
What you mean, like how much damage?
no, I'm saying it was one of the things that was enthralled, and it should have been rolling saves when it took damage to see if it broke out of incapacitated, but I forgot that.
Yeah, so why don't you just go ahead and roll it right now?
Because that was quite a few hits, so it's flat d20. I don't know if you just want me to roll one or.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Oops, I deleted it mid-roll.
Bonk. It's 15.
I think the DC is 17.
For what?
I don't know how we want to do that since
for
it got hit
your
quite a few times and I forgot to roll.
Isn't the DC for your Dancing Dead 17?
18 wisdom. But it ends if the creature is attacked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it takes damage, it automatically ends.
Oh, so it would have been down already anyways, because it's been taking deferred damage from me.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, if that's the case... Ronan's kind of getting slammed and surrounded right now, so
He's
Phalar...
He's looking fairly hurt, but the Wyvern's probably taking the more beating,
Yeah, exactly what I'm
out
saying.
of the two.
It's exactly why Phalar just looks over his shoulder, and again, he's doing it entirely for show. He knows he could be commanding it in his head, but he's trying to, you know, he's intimidating the enemy. Mind games.
Yep.
So, he looks back over his shoulder, and then he glances towards the dragon, and he just says, "Go." It's going to make its way around, pushed its way past the tree. I opened the Windows menu.
Probably just crashes through the trees. Never
It just pushes it out of the way, like someone pushing a branch out of the way. So, I'm going to have it make its attacks.
Alright.
That's at flanking, I'm guessing, because, yeah.
Everything, yeah.
I would say because tentacles, but also because everything else.
Real quick above table. with what's going on with Andonia, him moving away from within reach of her, is that a provoke or attack of opportunity?
Yeah. But yeah, that first attack misses.
Yeah, definitely. Also, yeah, go ahead and take your roll.
Okay, hold on. I gotta do my d6 to myself here. So it's just the scythe. Swing to hit. 21.
For the,
Yes, that will hit.
regarding, yeah.
And
Shield
then
Guardian
that
has less
is,
AC than me.
that is 9 slashing.
All right. Highest roll was a 26, by the way, for its 2-hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You said 9 slashing?
Yeah, 9 slashing to the
All right.
Alatia.
Yeah. So that second attack hit.
Yeah.
So that will be Shaboink. Good.
A whopping 6.
And force. All right.
Whopping 4.
So that's 10.
I'm sure probably that just like, and the Byron just looks down at his chest, looks at this large thing, then his
It probably
head,
cracked a scale, but I'm just gonna boil it down to it got thrown off by the slashing of the scythe.
and then you see, and it's like its head's just now just still looking past the stone guardian to where he saw that other person.
So that is the end of its turn, so it will get 10 hit points back. Exactly 100. And that is Latia.
All right,
Klaus, you're up. You're up.
you're up.
1 sec.
Klaus, hit them with the entirety of the landmass of Europe. Crush the entire continent.
Ooh. I see what's going on. Why he's not taking his turn yet. Because I'm looking at his stream.
Can you pull me back to the map? Back in Moon. There we go.
Yes,
Okay.
our favorite party member, Skeleton Warrior.
All right.
Otto over there doing some scratch tickets, I think.
Scratching some records over there.
Scratch post.
He's too focused on the scratching.
Auto's back in autopilot.
Uh,
Oh, that's what he's doing. That's the brushstrokes on the canvas that we're hearing. Because
Huh?
Bob Ross, Otto Ross.
Oh my god.
What's Klaus gonna do?
I'm doing. Hold on 1 second. This is. I'm going to attack with the. I'll have them move up on the sledge.
Go pew pew with her.
Yeah, see how. Is he within 80 feet now, or is he? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not disadvantage anymore.
Roll. That doesn't matter.
Yeah. See, it sees the thing coming and just like waves its hands. You see a field kind of come up and just stops kind of midair. Looks.
Bye.
Yeah.
And then the slad will What's my key kid do here? I'll have the slat fly. He'll cast fly on himself.
I wonder how it'll look with Slat flies. It like flaps its arms up and down.
I guess so.
Okay. You have a death slat bird. Fly speed of 60 feet.
Yep, and it will.
Yeah, and that'll be its action.
Yeah. Defeat. And then me, I will. My D&D Beyond's not cooperating. Come on. I will. Here we go. 4th level Ray of Sickness at the Mind Piercer. And I'll roll to attack. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, that's its AC.
Poison damage. That's a 30. And I got 2d8, so I get to roll 2 more d8s. D8.
So it's 30 initially.
Yes, 30 initially, plus 9. So 39 points of poison damage.
You notice that poison doesn't seem to have much of an effect.
Okay.
So that's 30 reduced to 15. And then 9 reduced to 4. Okay.
It's my turn.
So it's resistant to poison.
Okay.
Anything else that your bonus action can mean?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
turn.
Okay. Baylor.
Can't see it right now, but I have a stupid smile on my face because I've already got an idea of what I'm gonna do. Over here making cocoa while I was waiting for my turn to come up, and it occurred to me I can do something, so I might just do it. So, first things first, I'm not going to try to reach the wyvern right now. So I'm just going to go for Ronan.
Alright.
But first, I am going to try and mark him with my evil eye again. Bonus action.
I just
What
love how
was-
that wyvern keeps looking at me but never actually comes at me.
What
Well,
was
it's
the
his turn next.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's
DC
Roman's
15
turn.
charisma?
27.
Alright.
He has a pretty high charisma.
Alright. I will make an attack against him with the core cut dagger.
Alright.
And refresh the page. I've been liking using the physical dice because instead of relying on RNG, I get to use physics.
It's not. Wait.
So core cut, that's at advantage. I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean,
Flanking.
Singe is right
Oh,
there
hey, look, it's a
too.
Beyblade. Okay, first is 23.
Yeah, that hits.
And I'm just gonna, you always gotta try and see if you're gonna get a crit, so you always gotta.
Oh, opposite.
Thank you, 23. Thank you, Random Rock, for stopping it before it could roll to a low number. Okay, so that's 1d4 plus 5. That's 8 piercing. That
Alright.
triggers sneak attack,
Yeah.
which I'm going to roll first, because I feel like that makes the most sense. I'm not going to sacrifice any of them to do anything special. I'm going straight. I did not mean to throw those that far.
17. One was a 6.
So that goes out. That's a 3. That's 20.
15 minus 3.
And the 3d6 necrotic. I'll throw them that way.
4.
Allow me to clean my dice real quick. There we go. So someone online at one point that was joking around and was like, wouldn't it be funny if to punish players for not picking up dice on Tailspire, you made them take like some kind of penalty if the round ends and they don't clean the dice? It's like, oh, you littered in the town, you now owe 5 gold.
Donia's
Someone was like,
where's that in Donia?
alright.
The big, tall, naked lady is in Donia.
Almost naked.
Not
The
quite.
almost naked demon is in Donia.
So I used my bonus action to try and mark him. I hit with the core cut dagger. I didn't call Nick, so I'm not gonna try and sneak that in there.
Alright.
I believe that's wait, Whales from the Grave. I'll activate that.
Who do you want to do it on?
Dragon.
Okay. Well, damage.
2, 4, 2, 8. So this time it's a slightly larger spirit, maybe a bit more angry. The way that I like to imagine it is like, since, the way that it's flavored is like, when I make, the hit with someone, it's like, it breaks the veil a little bit, so then a spirit jumps out at a nearby person and attacks them. And then the damage is, proportion to how aggressive the spirit was. But that is me. And he's just got this fierce look in his eye as most of the purple on him is now that blood red. As Ronan comes up.
Ronan just looks over at the wyvern saying, "Stop being a dumbass and find him!" And the wyvern's going to fly up into the air. 80-foot fly speed.
Does it have the thing that stops op attack when it takes off, or
Yeah, I think.
flyby is what it's called?
No, I think it's only for like actual dragons, which they
Yeah,
can.
there's. I was asking because I know the Quetzalcoatlus has it as well.
Right. He
So that
does tend
means
to see,
Alatia and the tentacles would. Can the tentacles take op attack?
they do they? I don't know.
I don't know. I think they only attack if you command them to.
So
I
Alatia would
see.
get an attack though.
Yes.
It'll only be 1, and it won't be at advantage, I'm guessing, because flying away is no longer in flanking. I think we've ruled
Yeah.
that before. That
Yeah.
is okay.
By the way, I think his speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of the next.
19.
Uh,
Dollar Fortnite card.
Okay, so 70 fly speed.
It's not much of an impact when a character has
That's
that much proportionate
nothing.
speed.
That's nothing.
Would be better if they had less speed to start. So that was a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Bing.
So 13.
6. So call that 5. Okay, so that's the bludgeoning and 2d6 force. Throw that.
It's looking real hurt.
Say the shield guardian was like, it can't show emotion, but it seemed slightly ticked off at the fact that it didn't land the hit last time, so it like punched it right in the kneecap as it was flying up.
It's like it knocks it kind of off kilter as it takes off, as it takes its hits.
I kind of like to imagine that it takes on like the mannerisms of whoever's controlling it.
And then just flies bolts over here.
Oh my god.
Well, you'd better not leave that pillar, Otto.
And once you
Oh my
land,
god.
and
You're gonna kite a dragon around a pillar?
I might have to.
I gotta get rid of this tree first. Things in the way.
We'll just say that the dragon plonks the tree out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just steps on it.
Like lands on the tree and tries like perching on it like a bird, but too heavy, so it just breaks.
I'll say because the pillar's between you and F, you have a +2 to your AC.
Okay.
You got half cover.
You got half cover. That is a 20 to hit on its bite.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. What is it? What's coming next? How much damage?
No
It's-
reactions?
Huh?
You ain't got no reactions you can do?
Well, what am I? I'm a freaking warlock. Warlock has reactions.
9 points of piercing damage from the bite, and then it's
Yourself.
and then Stinger comes sprawling in at top speed towards you.
Wait, what?
This is the one that hurts.
Yeah, this is gonna hit. That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
So from the barb, oh no.
Oh no.
Roll. See, 11.
But he is about
plus
to take a lot of damage.
So.
See, did he roll max?
On I rolled a 6 on the damage for the barb. So you take 15 points of piercing damage from the barb itself, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, 15 damage, right?
Yes,
And then Constitution saving throw.
and this is what hurts.
Yeah, this is what got
15.
me.
What'd you get?
15.
Failure.
Oh god.
30 points of poison damage.
30. Okay.
So many of those were
Oh,
close to
boy.
triggering explosive.
And you're now
Oh,
you're now poisoned.
Oh god. What's the poison status for?
It means
So,
all your
24
attacks,
edition.
all your
2024
I believe all your attacks are at disadvantage.
Oh god.
conditions, poisons. Why you have poison condition disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
Okay.
And now Ronan, after kind of just kind of looking over you, Phalar, kind of seeing it, kind of its phrasing. That's a good boy. Now it's your turn. And he's gonna make all 3 attacks against you, Phalar.
Right.
28 to hit.
Yeah.
19 to hit. And an 18 to hit.
Uno momento. Okay, no, I can't do that because he's not. Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so all
My guardian
hit.
has a thing it can do, but he's not within 5 feet of me.
Yeah, I think it's what, turn attack to disadvantage?
It gives me a +5 to AC, but he's not within 5 feet of me.
Ah, okay, so...
Because it would pretty much, if you imagine how it would look, it would be they try to hit me and he just swats them away.
Ah,
So, you know, trying to slash at me and the just big stone arm comes in.
like, hey!
It's like, bitch.
Okay,
Alright, so lay the damage on me, and then I've got to figure out how to distribute it.
so, let's see, that is... Uh, 19 points of piercing damage. I can wait till you distribute it and then do the...
At 19?
Yeah?
Okay, for a second I thought you said 90.
No.
I was like, okay. That's 9.5, so since I round up for the Guardian, it's going to take 10 and then I take 9?
I'm saying you can always round it down to 18, just do 99.
Yeah, that's probably where it would end up going anyways. Mathematically.
Yeah, I usually, for having damage, I'll usually round down.
Yeah, the only reason I've been rounding up is because the Shield Guardian says that the deferred damage is rounded up.
I mean, I think you can do either, just whatever easier.
Yeah,
And
it's
then...
ultimately up to the DM, but...
And... Okay, and then necrotic attack. Uh, 15, so you always run down to 14, do 7-7.
I can do this one. I'll do this and this. I did 7, 8.
Okay. Second attack is... Uh, 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay.
And then let me know when you're ready and I can give you the necrotic.
I got it.
Five points of necrotic.
Alright.
Get to him.
Right?
And last is... another 19.
Alright. So that is, yes, okay. Got it?
And then another 7 points of necrotic, and that's it.
Okay. So what I was doing is I was alternating between it. So like, for the 19, that, you know, divided by 2, that was 9.5. So then I took 7 and it took 8. But then for the necrotic, I took the higher number.
Ah.
So I was, you know, switching back and forth, like, you know, high-low for who was getting what part of it, so that it evens out. Trying to keep it as even as possible mathematically. I am on... not on death's door yet, but I'm not looking great.
You're real lucky you got that shield guardian, because right there, that was probably over 60 plus damage.
Yeah, which would have downed me instantly because my health is, I'm going to say this because I've said it before, 75.
Yeah, this dude, Roland's not here to play.
Well, yes, obviously. I don't think if someone's there to play, they'd be stabbing you.
True.
You got anything else he's gonna do, or is that him?
Bonus action to command the wyvern. Action to attack you. He doesn't want to go
Multiple
anywhere.
times.
So, yeah, that's it for him.
Top of the round.
Alright.
Ding, ding,
Wisdom,
ding.
wisdom save.
An advantage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank God, because I rolled a 1. Hold on here. Advantage. Okay. Natural 20.
I'll say with that, you for this round you have complete control, so you can do what you want.
Alright, so, fire breath with the chance of burn on Ronan. Dex save of 15 or higher.
Proceed with a 17.
Alright. Second will be Vampiric Touch. I got a roll to hit on that. 23.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is 11 damage. And I don't have any damage to heal, so it's 11 necrotic.
Alright. So now he is bloodied.
Alright, and then since I don't think anyone else has taken any, throwing the emboldened allies, all 45 at Phalar.
Yeah, because Ronan's been entirely focused on trying to kill Phalar.
Yep. So
You keep healing him, so now he's probably gonna be pissed at you.
Oh, there's something up Indonia's sleeve if he attacks. So.
Though at the
So
same time,
you
he's got to
heal.
weigh his options. Either he keeps attacking the guy that won't die, or he attacks the she-devil.
So you heal 45,
Yeah,
and
that is a
then
lifesaver because I was actually getting drastically low.
You can put on a seal since you landed an attack if you want.
well, you said that the acid spit fire damage didn't count as a weapon, and then vampiric touch is a spell given to me by Vein of the Starskin, the scythe.
Still an attack.
All right, so I will slap the. Well, since I'm in this form, it would be the burning seal on Ronan.
Alright. Bill fire seal on him. That it?
That's it for me. So it's auto. Oh wait, no, I gotta make that roll.
Yeah.
Let me bring the table back up. And then is it at the advantage?
Yeah. This is see what happens next turn.
So 14. That is. I can get this off my screen. I maintain control, but still have to make wisdom save.
Okay.
Alright, so you have to auto.
Alright, Otto.
It's my turn. How does the wyvern look? Is he still very healthy?
No,
He's red marked, quite torn.
yeah,
I
he's
see,
taking quite a beating.
Alright, gonna cast Misty Step to go to that first dot.
Alright.
And let's see. Okay. Get there. And then run to here with full move speed, and then turn back, and then Eldritch Blast his ass. Oh my god, that one!
Goes wide, and hits the tower.
Okay, and then the other one is 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 11 force damage.
How do you want to do this?
I will aim for his head. And then can we have an effect of like knocking his head onto the freaking pillar?
Yep.
Make him take a concussion.
Yeah,
Just propel his head forward at bullet speed with propelling blast.
nice. Yeah. Yep, that'll be. Wait, actually, hold on. Oh no, that'll be all. I think I need bonus action to attack on the tentacles.
You said that will be all, and all I could think of was, "Sir, this is not a Burger King."
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
At the death of his pet, you see rage curl up within Ronin that almost seems on another level.
Oh.
Because of this rage, for the next round, all of his attacks will be at advantage.
Is that the berserk mode?
He is very pissed. And he is just staring at you, Otto.
Oh god.
You're doing a great job at pissing them off.
Hey, it's what we do best. We gotta make our enemies mad.
Yeah.
Should I make him forcibly make him consume the angry treant cider just to make him even more angry?
Now it's back up to this guy again. I think after this, these two guys are dead. I'm gonna have to call it a night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually it's a good point too. You know.
Yeah. That's 12.
Above the table, when Ronin and the Mind Piercer are dead, battle's not over.
True, there's more guys in here. But you haven't
There's at least
dead.
one big one that I know of.
You're talking about yourself?
Yep.
Oh,
'Cause-
no.
Until that form is gone, she's still a threat.
Oh. Wait, Indonia's like friendly fire mode?
Yeah. So, from what we can tell so far, while she's in like this hulking, demon form, she's got like a sliver of control over herself.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's just full on, tunnel vision, demon blood taking effect.
I see.
Still entirely focused on you, Klaus. He is just going to attempt to mind crush you.
Don't let him hydraulic press your brain.
So I need
Steve's back.
So I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Sorry. 13.
Failure. Oh no, I rolled a 10 on one of them.
No.
You take 25 points of psychic damage. Until the start of your next turn, your movement is halved, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Called it. I said Steve is back.
Your movement's half because you just feel like your head's all like wobbly and confused, and it's like it feels like the processing power of your brain has been like heavily diminished. And you just hear in your head, now that's more like it.
And until the start of my turn, I have this.
Till the start of your next turn.
Okay.
That would be your upcoming turn, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So basically after this when you end your turn, that's basically it's gone. It's, and then I'll use its bonus action to Mind Veil. You see it becomes almost like this distorted image around him. And that's it. See, Singe. Oh, Phil, I hope you're remembering to give yourself those 4 temporary hit points because he's still concentrating on heroism.
I almost forgot it at one point, but then I accounted for it by just healing myself by 4 from the damage that I had taken.
Okay.
Because, that would have dealt damage to the temp.
Let's see. Yeah, I think Singe will just do a shocking grasp. That hits. You take 6 points of lightning damage, and it can't use reactions. Alright. Shield Guardian.
Yeah. And I think I have to measure the distance here. No, don't attack the tentacle.
Super tentacle.
Ooh. The Phalar is just going to say flank, and then it's going to come around behind him. Trying to get that to the point that I had marked.
And slam.
He's gonna attempt to.
Roll it. Are you gonna roll it in? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. 26.
That hits.
I'm not gonna go try to fish for the crit on that one because the probability of that.
Yeah.
Boink. Oh.
Or
Boink. I need to stop throwing my dice at terminal velocity. I can't find them.
alright, second attack.
Yeah. Actually, I know someone at one point that threw a dice so hard it crashed the game because it went outside the loading zone.
Wow.
Nat 20.
Damn.
Nice.
Alright,
So it's
we're going to apply the auto crit to that. The bludgeoning, probably, since it's the first dice rolled.
So it'd be this plus 12. So,
10
so 22.
plus 2d6 force.
So plus another 12 for the force. So, yeah. How do you want to do this?
Given that I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure again, I'm gonna make him pull something that they do in that show a couple times. He's gonna come up behind him, and he's going to kind of like do like a side hit, and an attempt to get Ronan to turn and face him by staggering.
Yeah.
And then on the crit, he's going to do like a lunge down and come into like kind of a half uppercut, but then it's just gonna drive forward straight through his chest.
Oh.
So the fist just right out the other side through his back.
Owie.
And when he pulls it back, I'm going to use my reaction to Phalar is going to grab him by the back of his neck and say the word animus, which means soul in infernal, and turn his soul into a soul trinket.
Nice.
But you go to exploration mode, there's still people.
Yeah, we gotta worry about Indonia.
And the floaty guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Floater. So he is now a soul trinket. And I'd imagine he's probably also going to have a big hole in his chest in his soul form as well, because that's how he died.
Yep. Yeah, that's his movement, his action. Yeah, I think it's it.
So, yep, that was Alatia. It's back to Klaus.
Since I start the round with at least 1 hit point, I regain 1d10 hit points.
Wait, from what?
Hand and eye.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hit, as long as you start with 1 hit point. So 7. And then I will have the Slad. How do I raise his mini up?
With control.
Okay.
Yeah, if you hold control, you can lift him up.
I'll have him go up 30 feet. And he is going to.
His attacks will be disadvantaged because of Mind Veil.
Okay.
Basically, it's like a wonky version of Blur.
Okay.
I want to hear that. Isn't Blur a band?
He is going to. No, let's not do that. He's going to do a multi attack where it's going to be it's going to be a bite and then 2 attacks with his claws. So he'll get 3 attacks.
Alright.
So.
Disadvantage.
Yep. I'll roll the first one. Now I'll have to roll it again for the. So that's a 10. And then the next one for it's 12.
Yep, so that misses.
Alright, and then it'll be the first one with the claw. These will be at disadvantage too. That's a 25, and then you roll it again for the disadvantage one. 23.
That hits.
One of those.
Yep.
Alright, and I'll go ahead and roll his other attack before I do damage. His next swipe, that's a 21, and one more time. 24, so okay. So
Yep, so two of them hit.
Yeah. And then I'll just roll all the damage combined in one. Is that okay? Or you want me to do it separately?
Do it separately because I gotta make con saves for his.
Okay. So he'll take 15 slashing damage from the first one, plus
It's,
that was a max. So is that another roll?
Oh, was it a D10?
Yeah, that was a D10, and you rolled a 10 on it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Ignore these. Another D10. 3.
So
So
17.
17. 17 slashing and the 2d6 necrotic. 8
Explosive.
plus another d6. 4, so 12 necrotic for the first slash.
Alright.
And that
Yeah, maintenance concentration. Maintenance concentration. And the other damage for the other attack.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
So,
another 10.
another 10.
Klaus over here, weighted dice.
Plus another 10.
Yeah, that's 25 right there.
I'll save you the time.
30.
How do you want to do this?
The Slad will grab him by the shoulders and bite his head off and spit it out.
Alright.
You'll see the Slad grab him, put his whole head in his mouth,
Just
chomp down on it.
Alright.
Oh, decapitation.
Yoink.
And then for my turn, I will. There, I'm just gonna dash all the way across. That's 30 there. And I'll use my ring of feather falling for the 1 day to negate that fall damage.
Alright.
I think I was more than 10 feet from up top right there. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll use that, and that should be my turn. And that's Phalar's turn.
I sent you a DM late.
Alright.
Now you have to fight Idonia.
Does doing damage allow you to repeat the save?
For my wisdom save for the thing, it's at the start of my turn and at the end of my turn. That's it.
Hmm.
Doing damage is probably going to anger whatever's going on right now.
That's a good point. All right.
I'll
I've got an idea there.
say as you're trying to decide your next move, you hear what sounds like a like the air almost seems to move for a second. Like that whooshing sound. As you see now, kind of appearing over here, is a figure. But you, Klaus, immediately see this is atmosphere. So he kind of hops down, walks past you, not saying a word, and walks straight toward her. Kind of hands out saying, "Look, now is not the time to let our emotions get the better of us. that rage you feel, that anger. It is you who needs to look inside and find control. I know I haven't been there for you, but you are family. Do this for me, and find control. He still kind of stands there, with hands up, and I don't mean any harm. Just looks up at you and then
You're gonna walk within base to base, so touching.
yep.
And then, how do you want me to do this?
I'll say seeing him there. You feel that with the connection you have and what she holds for her father, you feel your mind kind of slipping back to yourself, that rage starting to die down. And you start to see her shrink down. The wings kind of separate. The horns vanish.
Alright. Then, when she returns to the normal state, before she goes limp, just kind of like in a low whispering tone, she's just gonna say "Father" as she's collapsing forward towards him.
He kind of looks down at her. Kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. Yeah, I would say even from even this unconscious state, you in this kind of like void of nothingness. Only thing you hear is be strong. And he walks away. Starts to walk away. What gives the rest of you a quick glance. Looks over at you, Klaus. Gives you this long, hard stare. Kind of scoffs under his breath, walks a little further, and vanishes. I think with that, we can end it. Because we're all tired.
2 extra hours.
Yeah.
Because of a 5-person battle turned into 4, and then it turned into 3.
What's the difference
Worth
of
it,
me
though,
having
that
to
was fun.
work early tomorrow makes?
Be up at 5 a.m.
Who does?
Me.
So you gotta be up in
Ooh.
5.5 hours?
No, 4. It's 12:30 where I'm at.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
Yep, it's
You
12:30.
should have said something. We could have called it mid-fight.
You said you wanted to after those 2 were dead. But I mean, we could have called it before that. I mean, we could have
Yeah.
called it when it was down the Ronin, the flying guy, and the Wyvern.
Yeah.
Thank God Ronan's dead, otherwise he would be on my ass the whole time.
Good thing we didn't need him for a quest or nothing.
You could have kept him alive and then just make him hunt us for the rest of this
Hey, he's in one of my soul trinkets.
You can ask him one question.
I have 3 soul trinkets, and the way that I've always imagined it is that they You know, much like the ring that can store souls, except I can't